As a company, you are truly invested in social and environmental responsibility. You're not just doing good, you're committed to making positive change that impacts so many people. Now, you also know that that means you need to communicate the value of this impact in many ways for different stakeholders. So you're considering creating video to do that. I want to tell you about the top 4 mistakes I typically see people make when it comes to creating their impact video. Number 1, it's featuring their executives too much in the stories or in the video. Remember, this is ultimately not about who from the company needs to be in this. Yes, it's appropriate in some instances, but it's more important to feature those you are creating impact for. What are their stories? How has this changed their life? How has this changed the environment or the world around them? So make it less about you and those from the company and what you are doing. We want to hear those words from those that you are creating impact for. Top mistake number 2. B-roll, or in other words, video, is often an afterthought. And why do I mention this? You might be thinking, hey, that's for the video team to worry about. But oftentimes I see teams wanting to pack in so many interviews with so many leaders and different people to feature, but we're not thinking about the B-roll. And this is so important because when it comes to video, what we're doing is showing instead of telling. We want to demonstrate you're actually doing what you're saying you're doing, but creating engaging and authentic visuals that aren't staged, like a handshake or like typing at a computer, that really are creative and showcase the impact you're creating, take time. So we want to make sure we're factoring that part in too. Mistake number 3 I typically see is not thinking holistically about how you can use this video. And what I mean by that is a lot of times we think, hey, I need a video for this event, or I need a video to share during this presentation, or I need a video for fill in the blank. But oftentimes we can actually use everything that we're capturing in the stories, the testimonials, the video, the impact that we're capturing throughout these stories in other ways. This should be integrated throughout your marketing strategy across your company, but also there's a lot of other ways that we can use it in probably ways you're not even thinking of today. But that's part of the brainstorming process. So I would caution you not to think of a video as just a one-off, but encourage you to think about how you can use it and repurpose what we capture in video into words, into images, and for multiple projects across multiple departments for multiple stakeholders. And the 4th mistake I often see is forgetting to share the final product with one of your most important stakeholders, which is your employees, your staff, your team, right? Because they care so much about purpose. In fact, studies actually say that nearly 70% of employees say they wouldn't work for a company without a strong purpose. But a lot of times they're the last to see the final product, and especially when you're creating stories around your impact. So don't think about only sharing it with your public-facing audience, your customers, or in a specific meeting, but think about how you can share it with those team members, your employees, those that mean the most, and ultimately help your company run. So telling impact stories through video is a key way to communicate the incredible work your company is doing and what it means for the rest of the world. Video is a fantastic way to do that. If you want to talk through ways to approach your video storytelling for your next project, feel free to reach out. My contact information is below.